Good morning, strong peeps, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. It is 4:30 a.m. Just woken up, getting myself ready for the morning. Feeling quite good after yesterday's chest session. It's like feeling nice and solid. Because I want to prioritize my recovery, I think the best thing to do now is to start my mornings with a big glass of water just to get myself a higher hydration head start before I do my coffee in the morning, which is something I normally do first thing in the morning. At least that's in. And now we can start with some caffeine. Okay. So today is squat day. I'm doing a proper full-on bodybuild type leg day today. That obviously means I'm still going to be squatting heavy today. That's going to be a standard throughout the Powerbuilding program. There's still going to be heavy lifts involved, so I'm still going to be going heavy for about 5 repetitions. I'll push myself for maximum 5 and then do a couple of sets over there. If I do feel after a couple of sets I'm able to increase the weight for 5 reps, I'm going to attempt it. And then I'm going to be doing some isolation exercises, which is not something I've done for quite a couple of weeks. So my favorite go-tos are generally leg extensions and curls. Those are just nice isolation exercises to get those quadriceps and hamstrings, just so that you can focus a little bit on them. If you do feel that you have a particular weakness in possibly your hamstrings or your quads, then you can utilize those machines to be able to build up those weaknesses. And then I'll be doing some walking lunges and calf raises. For calves, you guys know I don't really have a set program. I'm just gonna kind of hammer them. So a couple of sets on the leg press machine and then some standing calf raises. High repetitions, 15-20 reps, varying range of motion from full range to partial repetitions. And then for leg extensions and curls, I generally like to stick also to a higher rep range, just so that I can fill my muscles with as much blood as possible. That should also help speed up my recovery a bit by just getting some circulation through my body. So rep ranges for leg extensions are generally 12 to 15. For possible drops at the end, we'll see how we feel. And then the same thing for leg curls. Other than that, so yeah, just to sum it up, so in the morning I'll be doing a couple of sets of squats, heavier weight for up to 5 repetitions, leg curls for 12 to 15, leg extensions between 12 and 15, and then I'll be doing some calf pump work, which will be 15 to 20 repetitions. And we'll end off the session with 1 or 2 sets of lunges with some weight in my back, just so that I can bring myself close to failure and not have to use too many repetitions for that movement. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the weight room. Thanks for watching, and go one up yourselves. Let's get this caffeine in. Get the day started. Boom, boom. Okay, looking forward to this day. Doing some hypertrophy type movements, not just forcing myself to go as heavy as I can for 1 to 3 repetitions. Although the way that I am feeling right now, I can't really go heavy. My body feels quite shot and I definitely need to rest. I get some sleep and a bit more nutrition in. One of the things I want to focus on during this recovery type period is to make sure that I'm going full range of motion again. I don't necessarily have to work on a powerlifting pause or a bench lift pause, although I am still going to do some sets to work on it, just so that I don't lose that muscle memory. But overall, I do want to try and get as much blood to my muscles and try to get as much of a stretch as possible. I do feel that's where I'm going to get my hips and my spine loose again. Overall, still feeling good with this weight, but I know after 140 things is going to get real tough real soon. Onto 140 kilograms. I like my depth, lots of control, although I could feel I was really tired by this point. Did a couple more sets of 140. This is the last one, just from a different angle. Give you an idea of my depth. No pause, but a very deep full range of motion. Definitely feel I need to rest. And onto some accessory work. Doing some seated leg curls today. A trick I like to use is to make sure that my toes are pointed at all times, just to take as much of a contraction away from my calves and to isolate my hamstrings. Not going too heavy yet, just want to get a high repetition pump. I'll go 1 or 2 sets of warm-ups, and then I'll do 1 or 2 sets where I try and push myself at least 1 or 2 reps shy of failure. I tried to keep as much tension on my hamstrings during this movement. As you can see, I'm not allowing my legs to go to a complete 180-degree angle. I try to not be in a relaxed state at all. I try to stick to that top 90 and bottom 10% of the movement, just so that I can keep constant tension on my hamstrings. Here's another example that you can see. That would be in a straight relaxed pace, and then here my knees are hinged, so I'm never taking tension off my hamstrings. As you can see, they pretty much always have a contraction happening, and that's what I'm looking for when I'm doing these. Onto some calf raises, give my thighs a little bit of a chance to recover. I alternated doing some standing calf raises and then the leg press calf raise machine. I like to go full range of motion in this one, as I have as much control as I like. Being in the bench, I don't really need to worry about weight being on my shoulders. And then on the standing calf raise machine, I like to do some partial repetitions where I normally stick to the bottom half of the movement. Not using too heavy weights. I'm sure I will start progressing and using heavier weights as the weeks progress. Back into the swing of things and not have my body be in too much shock tomorrow, so I'm sticking to a lighter weight for between 15 and 20 repetitions. And onto some leg extensions. I was looking forward to these at least, as no matter how strong and fit you get with leg extensions, there always seems to be that burn from the lactic acid buildup. So once again, not going too heavy, just trying to get a high repetition, try to get my muscles as full as possible, try to keep tension, so never really relaxing on the movement. I'll do 2 warm-up sets of this, and then I'll do 2 working sets where I try and take it close to failure. And around this point, this is where the burn starts to set in. I'm just trying to push close to failure as possible. And that's a wrap. just showing you my condition for week number 1 of power building. Not the best of lighting, but gives you a good idea of the kind of size I have right now. Smaller than usual, but that's just the start of the journey. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you tomorrow. Keep one-upping yourselves. Boom, boom.